And just like that, we are absolutely ready. From the likes of Valiant, Armani, Kraft, and Skeng, it's a fiesta.
It's my first time on your program, you know.
I know, welcome. But we know it's not your first time with Irie because in 2023, I think you got the Irie FM Award for Producer of the Year.
Yeah. You were there.
Yeah. Well, I was there in the virtual sense, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, let us kick things off though, Mac. We see DJ Mac and we hear you and you look super cool out there doing your thing. But what was it like growing up in Kingston, Jamaica? How would you describe your childhood?
Um, I wouldn't say I had it. It was good. It was good. I wouldn't say I had it hard or anything like that. Where
Mm-hmm.
otherwise is concerned, parents and make sure we good on a level, but anything else extra would have still have to go out there and get it for yourself. So whenever it wasn't, and I wouldn't even say music was a thing that was in my household where my mother know it from them time. Everything was self-taught. So
Mm-hmm.
even either me go to school and hear a certain song or my older brother and my older sister would have carry a new cartel CD coming at the house or you get
Mm-hmm.
me? It was like that. Um Really and truly, the whole love feed came around in high school when I
Mm-hmm.
said everybody want to Dr. Liar. Me never want to do nothing like that. I'm afraid of blood and all of them things.
Mm-hmm.
Liar, the doctor thing all time straight. So but they kind of just take an interest in virtual DJ. That's where I did start. Everybody started virtual DJ. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where the love for it started. And then eventually I just became like the school DJ. I used to always have mixtapes and CD. I used to print mixtape on CD all the time. I used to go half a tree, go give a CD, bust them in a school. If I forgot school fit, me with my CD, them fooling on my back more than book sometime. So that made it take the traditional route of
Mm-hmm.
oh, mixtape and DJ thing they come around. You get me?
But
That
so,
was
so,
my
so like how you say your backpack full of CD, even more than books. What was that conversation like with your parents? And did they know about this hobby or was it a secret at the time?
no, it wasn't a secret, but whenever I reach now upon a level where like me I provide the household, so it's not something them would have say and say, all right, we could
Mm-hmm.
support it type of thing. You get me? But
Yeah.
over time now, when you probably when you get older now, you say, all right, you go buy your first car now. But
Mm-hmm.
music make you buy your first car now. That's how them say, all right, this thing I look like it makes sense now.
To work.
Yeah, so
um,
me did always have to do everything by myself. You get me? Either me I save up my lunch money for buy some dog plate from Panther Son, or I used to sell chocolate and then thing they just to buy my laptop at the time and everything.
wow.
And then thing them they really have to. It was a self-driven journey, I can tell you for sure. And,
Wow.
you
Look,
always have the people and for support mentally and stuff.
right. You gave us a lot, so we're going to pull apart some of it. But looking back, reflecting, what did you admire most about your parents?
Them never give up on me.
Mm.
As much as I never want to take the traditional route of, you know, regular 9 to 5 job or whatever the case is, I still did well in school, don't get me wrong. But even with me pursuing my dream on the side, them never bash me or tell me, say, oh, don't
Mm-hmm.
do it, or it's a waste of time. Even if they never have much words to say, the words weren't negative.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And as you mentioned school, though, let's look at high school before we get to UE. What was Jason McDowell like in the classroom and which school did you attend?
I went to Jamaica College. Me was the class clown, man. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm.
The jovial in the classroom, especially since I'm a friend him from a long, long time. First one come straight up. And them,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, as I say, JC really give me the drive for and push me into the music to say, oh, you can do it just like how You see DJ Nico, them a do it, and Chromatic, them a do it, and you get me? So I'm
Wow.
a classmate, them really give me that drive there and push. You say, yo, do it, bro, you can do it, you know?
Yeah, and I was in doing my
My whole
sorry,
school
go
was
ahead.
supporting me at the time.
Say that again, DJ
My
Mark.
whole my whole school was supporting me at the time.
Okay, that's amazing because doing some digging, I realized y'all play music from your 14. So that makes a lot of sense. Do you remember the first time you play music and what the reaction was like?
First time officially was, I think it was 2014 or 2015, Woolman's Barbecue DJ competition with I won, and
Mm-hmm. Hey.
I was 14 or 15. That was the first time. I didn't know nothing about mixing, but I was going to play one Bagad song. But yeah, that was the first time professionally on a big stage. Nervous.
Mm-hmm. But though you had this passion and love for music, like you mentioned, eventually you went to the university where you studied media and communications. You use your degree yet?
No. No, I never finished. I never finished. Because by the time I was actually in my final year, but COVID came around and I just get distracted and I start going up producing. So everything just turned out, I'm blessed.
Well, let us start there now. So you ventured into producing. What were some of the challenges that you encountered? Because we know how the industry can be rugged and them thing there. And here it is, young youth are coming in and say, I want to produce. What was that like?
It was challenging in the sense that not every artist will take you serious right away, especially since you're not a big name. You're not no bag of money for putting on them project and them thing. But I can definitely say there are a few artists out there that never watch that and still give me the strength because I'm familiar with most of them because I used to link them for dubs. I mean, I used to play them songs before them bus and I even used to keep events as well. So I would have put them on the events as well. So for example, like Daddy One, Skilly Bang, them the initial stages when I just started out, they would record them with a voice for married in them because me and them don't have a relationship. Especially in them time with Skilly Bang just a come up and me just a come up in the producing game. So him give me a strength on the first song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so after that it was just going up and up and up and up and up and then I did a couple of collaborative projects with Dynasty Records and Sky Butler. We did Critical Chosen, that analytical breakthrough songs. Squash Radio, Riding King, who you doing like that? You remember that slow time in dance where I just be a depression rhythm and then
the darkness.
The darkness that we did responsible for that part there, the dance in COVID time. And then we did another project after that. Still I Bleed with Chronicler, Joshie 25 yet. And then everything was happening so naturally,
Reflecting though, would you say, because on multiple interviews, I often hear you say, you prefer to work with the young artists, them, because of how you started and not having a name. And it was, like you said, that Skilly Bang him come up at the time and he gave you the opportunity. Is that why you are of that, kind of belief? Like that's what you stick to?
No, it's not what I stick to, but I just feel like they have the same vision as me. Somebody who is more established, them already see it, or they would have probably want to, they would see what I'm doing, but our visions wouldn't align. You do it already. How much years in the game? 10, 15 years in the game. I'd love to work with them, but sometimes I just don't feel like our visions align. And, you have your certain way of doing things while I might want to try something new with what we're doing. And, so it's just really now that I'm getting into like working with more established artists like Shensia, Elephant Man, Ding Dong,
Is it lucrative though, DJ Mac, to work with like a young artist as opposed to like an artist who is already established and out there?
What do you mean by lucrative?
Like in terms of the earning power, like, you're putting out a song. I mean, somebody who establishes probably going to take it places. For example, they may already have a following, but then working with somebody new, it's like you're doing everything, almost from
Um,
scratch in terms of promotion. You don't have that jump start then.
that was never my issue because I never thought of, I never said that I was doing the music for money. You get me? But that was never in my
Mm-hmm.
thought process. And most of my big songs always came from young artists. I don't have a hit song with a big artist up to this day. Or I established
Mm-hmm.
artist up to this day was always a young artist, other than Drift, of course. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you see where that go. You understand? So,
Do you kind of regret like how the conversation went with Drift, or you feel like it kind of taints your branding anyway?
no, not entirely. It happened the way it's supposed to happen. Exactly. And my brand
Mm-hmm.
is still here. I have multiple hit songs after Drift. So, it's not something that's affected or it did affect my brand. No, it's a part of the journey and things happen. You have ups and downs. You know,
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. No, give us a little idea or a pictorial. Like when you're there in the studio, you have a new artist. What is your approach like a producer? Are you hands-on, or you basically give that artist the creative leg room for do what they want to do?
I'm very hands-on, but at the same time, you still have your freedom to say what you want to say and express yourself how you want to express it. Probably if you say a line in this key up there when you're supposed to say it down here, that's the most. You get me out? When I got take it from the artist creative expression. Yeah, Muda say I'm very hands-on. Sometimes I even help write the song too. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel
So
like
you
we're
did.
too hands-on, so you have to step in, but that's the joy for me, the creative process. Not
Mm-hmm.
even
Right.
putting out the song and seeing it do well or anything like that. The creative process of my joy. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Were you hands on with code? Because said that was controversial. Even the prime minister had a comment. What was that process like in studio when you hear Briscoe do him thing? Did you interject when you hear it? What was that like? Or you
No,
help write it?
no, we just laugh because we know it would have worked. The controversy
Mm-hmm.
around it would have just work. And especially with the whole heap of weird stuff going on at the party them where people are buy all insure and everything. The party and
Yeah.
the one weirdness. At the time it was good. It was just a historical moment. That's right, yeah. And in at the moment, no, I never interjected. As I say, I might be hands-on, but creative
Mm-hmm.
expression, I believe that to the artist.
And I know you're also an engineer as well. So talk to us about that. How did you get into wanting to be an engineer? How did that happen?
That came around because I needed dub plates and I couldn't wait on any engineer to voice them for me. So I literally just trained myself out to do it. I didn't even have a producing computer until like, I didn't even have a computer for myself with Pro Tools until like, probably like a year after starting producing. So I would just go around to different studios. Like Frank White taught me a lot, I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Automatic Records taught me a lot where engineering is concerned. Um, a lot of other producers taught me a lot. So I'd basically be around them, go to them studio and look and just observe how to really do it. And then when I catch it, I could have start voice my own and upgrade them to myself and them type of thing there. So it left from voicing dubs to voicing songs. And then after voicing the songs, I would teach myself how to mix the songs now. So I just keep everything in house at this point where it is, you know. So
Mm.
it was just like a step, you know.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So do you find that now, like having the knowledge to do the engineering aspect and the producer aspect of things, what is a studio session like for you? I mean, you ever find where you have to overlap?
Overlap in terms of like while
Like
voicing.
yeah, like you're the engineer, you're also the producer, like you're doing everything, or you have that separate?
No, that's why I have a good team. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, Father Shell as my manager. So we have a team man, for sure. So even when I don't necessarily get to do everything. So for example, what if I have a session at 7 o'clock or we have a video shoot at 9 o'clock? I don't necessarily always have to be there. So That's why you have to create a team around you, a good team where things are streamlined in itself, you know? In the initial stages, yeah, it was hard, but we reached to a stage now where we can delegate other works to other people around to get the job done. Same, you know, it's a team. Everything is a team effort. You need a good team.
And speaking of your team, big up to Father Shella. I mean, he was so professional and, you know, like precise. I really appreciated the communication, like to get you on. So yeah, big up yourself, Sheldon, or maybe say Father Shella. Yeah. No, so that definitely it work, Mark. But Kartel is currently, you know, like the man at the moment. What do you say to some who believe that, you know, Kartel's dominance actually casts a shadow over some of the fresh acts them? For example, like, you know, maybe Valiant or Armani. Some people say like from Kartel come from jail, you know, since his release, like some of the artists who were doing well, we don't really see them, you know, a spark like that. What do you make of that notion that's out there?
That's not true. That's not true because I'm sure all of those artists named that you call, they're still performing, they're still putting up music, and they still have their own fans. You get me? Everybody have their own fans. Kartel is definitely a dominant figure in the music, but even in that case, I see him big up the young artists them as well too. So I just feel like that is a statement made by people on social media. That's not the actual case, and I don't think that that's what he's trying to do either. You know, it's just unfair for the artists them for always I hear that when reality that's not the truth. You know, that's not the truth on that. Everybody still have the damn thing and I make them money. Still I get booked for shows. Still have hit song I come out. You get me? And I like, so when we go in the club them now, we're not hearing DJ Neo juggling just because Kartel there. You get me? So it's just, I think that's just a social media notion or a narrative them trying to push. Just to be
but not the reality.
Try to be extra Gaza fans than they actually are. You know?
Extra Gaza files. Oh my goodness. So here it is though. Ever so often, you know, you will hear some people say, boy, new artists sometimes are a little hard to work with. What's your experience? What's your reality?
True, because not many of them really understand the business side of it. So it come back to even them needing a good team as well. I implore every young artist to have a good team. Either you have an engineer around you, a main engineer, road manager, a manager different from your road manager that deal with bookings and can deal with the paperwork, if split sheet, X, Y, and Z. So you need a good team around you. Some of them might not be so responsive to producers reaching out because they did it all themselves and nobody never reached out to them and all of those stuff. But you know, it's still a good look where young artists should. I still think it should still be a connection between young artists and established producers because you know we might develop a relationship and a synergy and a connection like that to that you never know. Just like for example, like an Alkaline and a DJ for us. You get what I mean? Some of them kind of more reserved, but you just have to get to know them. You really and truly just have to get to know them. They're not that bad as people make them say, you know?
No, you were doing an interview with Jeffrey, and in that conversation, you were talking about entertainers just putting out now, and that was it for the promotion. Do you feel like this is something that kind of put a damper on why some of their music or material is short-lived?
Yeah, for sure, because them just expect the producers to do all the promotion, which is unfair to we. Like, we're supposed to do everything. So if you just put out now, boof, out now, what now? We just supposed to take on the song, power back, and then now after we done bust this song, now you're going on to our next song to somebody. You get what I mean? I think the reason it's a bad business model because most of these artists that we're working with, they're not signed to us. So even if we go out and put in all this energy behind your song, by tomorrow you're gonna put out a next song with another producer. You get me? So it would help more if they would help with the promotion process. It would make it way easier for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Way easier for everybody. And also, I mean, your song will go further. Even if you post the song every other day or whatever the case is, there's so much ways to promote. But I guess it's a cool guy thing where I just post out now. Oh, my song I for boss now as my press out now. You know,
That's it.
I don't really. I'm not. He's not in a damn thing, so I don't really know why they do it. But it's not. Really push the music any further. You know
For entertainers that you're working with, have you ever drawn like reference from a cartel? Because say, for example, it doesn't matter how big he is, you kind of see him still promoting music, him promote God is the greatest. And it's not just, oh no, there is strategy. Looking from the outside, looking in, you can tell that there is clear strategy. Do you often pull from like, veterans who you say doing it to say help shape on artists that you're working with or nurture whatever they're doing?
Yeah, for sure. Even our new song out with Taylor Lanes right now, sampled a cartel song. Easy now, if you go down from cartel, the new brand cartel. But even the promotion side of things and how do I say other artists do it, we try to even the 2 song and 1 rhythm. That hasn't been done in a long time. Yeah, I mean, that's something I want to bring back, doing 2 song and 1 rhythm. You know? So yeah, there are different references that we draw from because at the end of the day, that's the root of everything. Just like roots, rocking reggae radio, right now, road to success.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, so here it is. No, you mentioned Teo Lanes. He's from Tobago and he's signed to your label. Was it strategic to get somebody from Trinidad and Tobago as opposed to Jamaica?
No, actually, he actually that wasn't strategic. It just happened, to be honest. Actually, Simon TikTok and he was in Tobago at the time doing a freestyle and Chaka rhythm. And I say, yo, that you bad, but in the way over there, so. So I said, boy, the most we can do at least just put out the song. So we put out the song, it did well. People actually start to get to know him now, and he actually made the initiative to say he want to take music career serious, so he came to Jamaica. The signing wasn't right away. We still have to feel out people and whatever the case is and still do some more work. So we actually signed him off last year, October. First song we put out was Mokcho and the Guanso rhythm, Valiant Guanso, that rhythm. Same rhythm, everybody said cartel of the song. Tell me what you want. Yeah, that's same rhythm. So it actually just reached 1 million views on YouTube. So it's a good milestone for the team right now.
No, definitely.
The new controversial song that just come out, to go in and spend by him fit. A song there. So
do you feel like DJ Mac, like do you go out of your way to ensure that the entertainers that you're working with or the songs that you're pushing out, not all the time because we don't really get it all the time, but do you go for like there has to be like a controversial element to get social media talking? Is that something that you factor in before?
No, it does happen sometimes. But the greatest thing is I know how to market those type of stuff. You understand? So them probably just say it in the studio and don't think nothing like it, but me know where this I gotta do after. So no, it's never intentional. Never. Same thing with Ensure. It wasn't intentional.
You sure?
It wasn't.
Are there plans to sign anybody else to DJ Mac production?
Yeah. But at first, I'd want to develop our first artist, just still developing more. I actually want to sign another engineer, another composer, and expand the team some more. Even a videographer, even another videographer. Because our brother is our personal videographer, G Arts. So we have our entire team already. So in due time, we'll expand, probably later down in the year. Anybody can reach out and we'll just see if they're serious about this thing.
All right. On that note, DJ Mac, don't go anywhere, but we have to take cash pot. So stick and stay.
Oxymaster make everything cleaner.
The time by Oxymaster the Stain Blaster is...
It is now 12:59 and we are standing by. Listen up, your top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot lunchtime draws up next. If you're just joining us, we are on the road to success and we're journeying with none other than DJ Mac.
Lucky day! Get your tickets out and let the games begin.
Good afternoon. It's Thursday, April 10, 2025. I am Dehandra and welcome to the Supreme Ventures 1 p.m. live game draw. Before we begin, here's a quick look at the mid-morning winning numbers. Do remember all live draws are supervised by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm PwC. Now, get your tickets out as we're gonna put some money in our field top draw. This afternoon's jackpot is back at $200,000. Congrats to the mid-morning winners. And here are your winning top draw numbers. The first top draw number to make its way up and down is ball 15. The second number, here it comes. We're counting down to 14. What will be next? We have ball number 4, and following 4, here it comes. Lucky number 8, and for that $200,000, you're gonna need Sweet 16. And now let's pick your Play with Our Dollars game. I hope you're feeling lucky. The dollars numbers are coming right your way. The first dollars number to make its way up and down is a solid 30. The second number, here it comes. That's ball number 1. Next up, we have ball 35. Here comes 25. Slowly but surely, we have a long 31. Following 31, we have ball 18. Here comes a fresh 24. Next up, we have a double 11. Lucky number 7. Then we have a golden 32. Following 32, here comes ball 36. And we wrap things up with the number 14. It's now time for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game, so keep your tickets out and let's play. The first Pick 2 number to make its way up will be 33, and the second number, here comes 23. Once again, the winning Pick 2 numbers are 33, and 23. Up next, you can play it all of what? 3 ways. Here comes Pick 3. The first Pick 3 number to make its way up will be 0. The second number, here comes 9. And the third and final number, what will it be? 1. Once again, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 0, 9, and 1. It's now time to turn up your winnings, so get ready for Pick 4. The first Pick 4 number to make its way up will be 3. The second number, what will it be? 4. The third number, here it comes. 4. And the fourth and final number is 8. Once again, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 3, 4, 4, and 8. This one, super duper easy for win. So let's heat things up with a hot pick. And what will the winning hot pick number be? We have a heated 15. Congrats to all my hot pick players. Again, the winning number is 15. You live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big cashpot winner, and let's see what the winning cashpot number will be. And this afternoon's winning cashpot number, here it comes. Round and round they go. 36, lucky mark, oh lady. It's now time to mega your winnings, so good luck. Round and round they go. Will it be white? Will it be mega? What will it be? and the balls are bubbling. A white ball was selected. It's now time for the big one. You guessed it, the monster winning, so keep your tickets out. Round and round they go. Will it be white? Will it be monster? And a white ball was selected. Now, let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers. Congrats to everyone who won. And please do join us again at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I am Dehandra. Do have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in hot pick and cash pot special pot draws. If you're just joining us, we are on the road to success and we're journeying with we went to the cash pot break, I know you were talking a lot about marketing strategies and the importance of marketing and no alone cannot suffice. And you also talked about the importance of entertainers having a team. So for you, without giving us too much of your secret or your sauce, what's your marketing strategy? What's that like?
You just said we can't give you the secret or the sauce.
No, me know, but you still can give a little bit, just a tips. Like what it entails in a broad sense.
Much people probably don't believe in this way of doing it now, but I heavily invest in getting radio DJs them dubs. So you can ask Lollipop, you can ask Brian, them have to get them dub anytime we put out a song.
But those are just two DJs.
I know, and I just two DJs, Sunshine guitar dub them and everybody. You get what I mean though? It's just an example. Collision, all of them from the area for me. I probably don't know everybody.
I don't have a DJ Mac dub.
Like, you know, some never know. Oh God. Let me fix that.
No, continue the point though.
Yeah, so I'm still a strong believer in doing things the old-fashioned way. So me still go a party, go eardrop my song, or you know what I mean? Me and a lot of selectors are still cool. Remember me a DJ as well too, you know, so I know the importance of DJs playing the song. So me still go Uptown Mondays, we still go Boss Tuesday, me still go Boom Sunday. Anyway, in the club Friday night, Saturday night, just to make sure some song them play, you get me? So I'm still, just like when I used to give away CDs in halfway tree, the same approach I take to everything now. It's probably just not a mixtape, it's a song this time. You get me? So even if I personally have forgot in the party go do it, or reach out to whichever radio personnel at the time, I personally still do that. Send out the blast them. Yes, I'm a very old-fashioned with my promotion style where getting the song up is their concern. The sauce that I can really give her is the new way of doing things now. You get me? So that's social media. You know, probably do some meme, do some TikTok videos, some little funny content stuff. Because you have to show personality to the people. You know? You were just like even the other day with Taylor Sam Greedy. If the boy and I spend time together, I went someplace, just buy some lunch for some girls, capture it, put it.
Okay,
You know, so
okay.
there's a lot of way of doing things. There's a lot of you know, that's just a few.
I'm happy that you actually mentioned that you stick to the traditional way of doing things as it relates to certain promotional aspects of things, because a lot of the new music that we're getting now, my next question was to ask you, how important is it to have clean versions, especially for mainstream media, in a time when a lot of people feel like social media is the ultimate and the streaming platforms are the way to go?
It's not. All right. Every single juggling that I put out, and even in recent times, we'll make sure we do our clean version. You know, we're about not edited. We actually went and re-recorded, but a clean version, because the radio station, all of them take the edited version. So we'll make that a 100% priority, because we know the importance of it. just like what I was saying before. Me like taking things the old-fashioned way because I see it work. Some of us are follow in the footsteps of the greats, of all them used to be. I see it, and it work. I'm not hearing you.
Oh, I'm saying, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I'm saying I respect that because there is a notion out there that radio is dead. And especially like the younger generation and the young artists of today, a lot of them feel like they don't need radio. So it's good that you put that in context.
Yeah, man. As I say, I feel like them things are just talked by people who don't even listen to radio now. Or never started to listen to radio from the beginning. Try and take public transportation, radio play. And so, can't listen to people talk.
Well, I'm happy that you said that because my next question, we know that you're responsible for a number of modern hits, but in the same breath, some of them are short-lived in some people's opinion. Being the leader, as you put it, of the new school, do you take this as constructive criticism or just negativity coming from an audience that's aging out of what's really current?
Both ways. All right, I'll take it constructive in the sense that. Good question. That's what they have to think. All right. It might not reach on the level as when they used to do it. So, for example, when Sean Paul put out Temperature,
Give me the lights.
at the time, it used to reach global charts and all of these things, whatever the case. But the thing is now, we have so much music being put out every single day. It's not like back then. A song can put out every single day and take away the attention from one. So it's not, and distribution is way much more easier now. From different music to reach people's ears every single day. So remember, people attention span short. So if them like a song for 3 months, then probably might find a new favorite song the next day. You get me? So it's not necessarily on a case where the music has lost the quality or anything like that. People attention span just has gotten shorter, and then can access music more easily now. You get me? So I'm not really take it as a negative. In a negative way, because the quality is there in the music. That's why it's still being played all over the place. That's why, a lot of the artists them that just get probably a breakthrough song like Asian now, Balance, him can be flying all boat in the Caribbean right now, if we go England soon with this song. You get me? So it's not that it's short-lived. People attention span just short. And where I might think of it as negative, it's not negative, it's just a generational gap. They're not putting out any music right now, so they don't know the reception or the reaction that we're getting to our music now.
Wait, hold on, Mark. When you say they are not putting out any music now, who are you talking?
Whoever's making those speeches, and it's mostly, I would say mostly, the musicians of that time. So that make those time. I mean, I hear people say that on a regular.
But do you feel like though, because I understand what you're saying, I totally get it, but do you feel like it's still like a delicate balance in terms of, charting the course, going forward with the new direction, but still showing the respect to those who have set the foundation per se?
Yeah, for sure. I always show respect to any other musicians before my time, of course. I would say that, as I said, I just think there's a generational gap with a lot of those topics where longevity of a certain song right now, because even a song that will Billboard or even per se, we get a big song right now. Jamaica, one big song come out of Jamaica right now, right? I'm going to play in a 2025 if it jump in a 2023. Right? Let me show you an example. So, for example, when Drift just dropped, it around the whole place probably out a year. Big Billboard song, do all these great things, but it doesn't have the same effect if it play right now in 2025. You get me? So it's not an issue of the song being bad, but people have so bad.
And that's an interesting point that you made as it relates to people's attention span. So how do you stay ahead of the curve in an industry where trends change overnight?
Just being consistent. You have to keep moving with the times. So day and age, every single morning there's something new you see for your phone. So if you just keep moving, life now wait for you, music now wait for nobody. If you just keep moving, keep reinventing yourself and reinventing your soul. You get me? And the moment you stop, that's where it stops with you. You have to just consistent in what you're doing.
And as you said, keep moving. We see where, you're traveling pretty often to do your DJ duties. You're also a producer and that type of thing. What's that balance like for DJ Mac and how you deal with it?
Think back to a good team and a good manager.
They say, shall I make sure same keep it in check?
Yeah, oh my God, my laptop is on there. Give me 1 second.
I will take the 1 second. We go for a quick time signal. Don't go anywhere. We're on the road.
The Music Mart, the only complete music store in Jamaica, serving musicians for 75 years. The time by the Music Mart is...
It is now 1:15. If you're just joining us, we're on the road. Okay, good. Now, you were in the process of talking about, having a good management and, you traveling overseas locally and internationally to do your DJ duties in addition to, wearing your producer cap.
Oh, yeah. Just all about having a good time schedule as well. So, Father Shella would make sure I say, yo, you don't have nothing this day, so you can't fly up. And most times when I do go overseas, I try to make connections on that side and kind of bridge the gap with dancehall. So even when we go over there saying at the big label meetings, they all know what we're doing. They know everything we're doing. So even the new song with Asian Balance on the down rhythm, they know everything that we're doing. They're not a stranger to it. Even the big white man in a big chair sit down and have millions of dollars. They know everything that we're doing. So the music is reaching somewhere. It must reach somewhere for it to get such a good reception, So that's one of my goals for this year, 2025, to bridge the gap of people thinking that the music not going anywhere because it's traveling. So I want to make sure that it's traveling. I go and do my job. Probably go over to Power 105 in New York, make sure them get the song. You get me? So it's just same work, just in a different place. That's my goal for this year too.
Definitely, I will have a conversation with you again at the end of the year or in the middle to see how close you are to that goal. I really feel like it's a good initiative and a good idea for you to take on your back. But how do you think we can assist in helping you to attain that goal even faster? Because it's a goal that will ultimately benefit the music, the industry, and all the players.
For example, any connection that is over there on that side, I don't know necessarily right away how everybody else could support me on that part of the journey, but I have my links over in California. If you know Rihanna over there, so make a link and say, I don't say DJ Mac fly up next week. You want to do a session. You get what I mean? If you know the radio station over on that side, you know, say DJ Mac come up and want to do an interview. You get me? So that's all, probably.
That's all. Was it deliberate for name your rhythm down rhythm? Because you know the industry state people are white people. Why?
I chose Valiant song name down. That's why. I just name it after.
Okay. I don't really business. Nobody know why you.
No. I want why I get. I go for now why I'm and I said that. So I never named the rhythm up rhythm. No way.
But Ups and Downs is the title of your EP. Does the title carry any significance in terms of, you know, your reality, your life?
Yeah, and remember I said it when we just started the interview that most of what I've been going through in the industry has been ups, and then you see whatever come out in the media, them trying to bring me down, the downs, but I never let that tarnish my brand or anything like that. You know, when you just ask me about the whole tarnishing thing, that is a part of the downs and those type of stuff for them try. But it never you get me down because I just keep my head in on my laptop and just do more. I swear to you. So that's why I named it Ups and Downs, because there's a lot of ups and a lot of downs at the same time.
And as you mentioned, like the down, and just put it into context in that way, I know last year, you know, there was a situation involving you and Popcorn and that type of scuffle. Was that ever resolved, and what exactly happened?
Yeah, man, everything's sorted out. And that's something I really want to go in right now, but everything resolved itself.
What was it like working with Shenseea?
She fun to work with. I can say she's very fun to work with. It's not we actually have a song coming out next week Wednesday called VIP. That's not the only song we have, but that's one of the main singles of the project Ups and Downs. Some more Caribbean vibe, something for the girls. Then she's fun for. She's really fun. We never actually know should have been that cool, you know. Since we see them people up our computer, our TV, and as big star, you know. So we never know that's something cool in a real life. Yeah, it was fun though. We never have a good relationship, working relationship. So I'm gonna see some more songs from me and I for sure.
Okay, definitely. We're looking out for that as well. Would you work, or is there any established or veteran artists that a DJ Mac would want to work with?
Would you for sure? I've been trying to get to Sizzla. Oh my God, that I'm okay, listen. We don't have to work with Sizzla. Because I think it's all about just giving them a new flavor. Some new type of rhythm. Let them try something. You know? Me and Elephant Man really good. Elephant Man vice from majority of my project them I put out. So, who else I would have said? Damian Marley. Even Barrington Levy. Like, the singers. You get me? The more veteran singers I would have want to work with. You know, it's the name of you. Right.
What's your go-to track when you're doing a one party? Like, you know, say if you draw for the song that the people them are gonna reel up regardless. And is it one of your songs? Right
now, either Baker Miss Pretty, Balance, or Lumba.
It's a straightforward.
And a girl song, so the girl is gonna move, you know?
But, you know, some party you may have like people who there if floss them no one dance and sweat up. Is a girl song always the go-to, or you have to kind of read the audience and read the space and the place?
No, you have to read the crowd, yeah, but you can't lose with girl song in a party right now. You can't lose. You can't lose. Can't lose. Even though I know say the preferred forward would be a Big Breeze, yes. But Whites, yeah, but you know, you asked me from my catalog, so.
Yeah, definitely from your catalog. Now, in terms of your itinerary, where can we see DJ Mac play out next?
Chug It, April 23rd. Which one of them? Next upcoming Chug It for sure. Actually just got booked for Summer Jam in England. It's a big festival over England. The rest of the itinerary, I'm not sure. I don't remember right now.
Shella is gonna call you into a meeting for this. You should know.
The most recent one that I remember is Chug It, Easter weekend. Yeah.
Okay. And DJ Mac, the family man, what do we need to know? Married with children?
No, son. Me young enough. Man, I just turned 25. Those are me young. Me young. Man, I youth. No, I don't have any kids.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, yeah, 25 is young. But when you actually look back though, DJ Mac, like even how you started, and it's almost like hearing your story and what you said initially, it's almost like it was divinely orchestrated for you. Like you're self-taught in a lot of areas. You were blessed enough to Skilly Bang was coming up, you did a thing with him, and from there, everything basically fell into place. When you take a peek into how you started and where you are now, what's that like for you? Reflecting.
Well, sometimes tears come in my eyes sometimes, because I know I did have to forget here, and it was not easy at all. Even so, for example, I start DJing, struggle with it. Then now I take on producing, struggle with it. But that one, God bless me with this bingo. And finally give me some bingo in my life. And I can say, all right, can look at that. See all of the work that we put in, see the rewards here. So, trust me, man. Anytime I look back, I always have to give thanks. I'm grateful for everybody who support me. RFM for playing my songs, everybody, every other radio station, every other DJ who's like to play my songs then, because I genuinely put in the work,
Mm-hmm. I hear people say one of the hardest parts of a producer's job, because you have to run down artists to get your song. What's the longest you have ever waited for a song, and who make you wait that long?
About 6 months, chronicler. Maybe they have to wait for an empty that song on the bonfire 30. But someone look on it as run down the artist. It's your job, bro. It's your job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a rundown thing. A part of your job, you want something, you have to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a rundown thing. I feel like people say them things out of ego, yeah, man. If you just put all of your pride and all of them things aside, and just know say I work, man. Straight up.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like the entertainment industry could use a bit of a structure in terms of how we do business?
Like one main house or syndicate to do all musical business type thing?
Well, no, not like a main house, but say for example, like I know you said that put your ego aside and it's your job, so don't look at it like running down an artist. Why I can't just say to your DJ Mac, this is my rhythm, and I want to have a voice on it, and if you agree to voice on it, like it shouldn't take you 6 months, 5 years, 2 years, or whatever the case is to get that. Why we can't just like have an agreement and know, so like, okay, there is a timeline and that type of thing.
Because that's just not how life works. And if everything was so easy, then you wouldn't value it.
That's a point right there.
Go feed. Go for what you want. Reach out. If they reach out no work, you reach out now on different angle. If you hear say Chronicle have a show tomorrow, you go around, they go see if you can introduce yourself. Yo, say I'm name DJ, yo, me have already my X, Y, and Z, I call it a manager number. You get me? Just there's no easy way to do it. And if it was easy, you wouldn't value it.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. And I'm happy that you said that. So for finally, because we have some 3 minutes remaining, for persons who are listening, whether them upon a corner, upon a ends in a taxi, or people around the world, and especially for upcoming producers, what advice would you give to them? Upcoming producers are persons who want to be an engineer or just want to replicate and be like a DJ Mac.
Just reach out and don't afraid to ask for help. Not saying necessarily me, but just overall, just reach out and me, of course, any youth will link me always help out me. But I just saying, just reach out and don't afraid to ask for help. And sometime in this thing, as I say, you have to just put your pride aside, put your ego aside. You want something to get done, So reach out and make sure you get your thing done. Be consistent and just stay focused on what you do, Coming producers, you're not run down the artist or nothing like that, but you do your job, you want to get something done to push yourself. So just do exactly that, I don't think a whole heap of time I get style, but I'm not talking about the style because I get my product at the end of the day. because I kept going, just keep going. You never know where I got, just keep going.
Is it difficult to bounce back in those periods, like when you get the styling, or you just kind of brush it off and move on? How you deal with that personally?
Brush it off and move on and just find another hit song. Sure. you see, the more you dwell in a negative, that become your reality.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is manifestation. Anything you think of becomes a reality. So you don't try, you just stay away from that kind of thinking, No artist not style, because at the end of the day, them don't know you, that's the first thing. And second of all, them don't owe you anything. You have to work for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the harsh reality. People don't like to hear them things. So nobody not owe you. I feel like we as Jamaicans sometimes have a dependency thing, or
entitled mindset.
Entitled mindset where people owe things. Nobody know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Really and truly. So, yeah, that is it.
That's definitely a solid note to end on. DJ Mac, thank you so much for taking time out. We're looking out for the new song you said coming out on Wednesday with Shenseea. How can people follow you? What are your social media handles?
You can follow me on everything, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything, at DJMac __. TikTok is DJMac 8762. But same thing for everything.
And remind us of the new projects that you're promoting so we can get in touch.
Ups and Downs, my EP coming out the 23rd of April. Look out for T.L. Lanes. He's, the controversial song, Greedy. The boy and I spent five. And yeah, that's my artist. Valiant's upcoming EP as well. Prove Them Wrong. That's May 23rd. I'm the executive producer on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just follow me on all social media to keep in the loop with everything, updates, everything.
But before you go though, Mac, me have to ask you, you believe that if a man not spend for you, you feel like you pressure the brethren them out there? You feel like you add stress for them?
They want the pressure, man. They want the pressure. But as we say, never intentional. It was just a line, just to, get the look.
Yeah.
Lucky. It's not that malicious or serious. So the girl, they might take it serious and I pressure them man.
Hello. Look here, you're going to cement it in a song now. But DJ Mac, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. So there you have it. That was DJ Mac sharing his journey on the road to success.
Hamburger done right, served hot off the grill. The time by Wendy's is...
It is now 1:32.
Hey, when we party.